Hey everybody, it's Dan from the Miniature Paint Podcast. Today we have a video showing you how to make your own acrylic thinning medium for your acrylic miniature paints. Basically, thinning medium is something you add to your paints when they're on the dry or the wet palettes to thin them down, to get them flowing a little bit better, or to thin them out to make a glaze or a filter or something like that. They're sold. I own a game store. I'm DungeonsDiceGames.com. And we sell this stuff. We sell the Vallejo one. We sell a bigger 3 or 4 different brands of them. Okay, and they all work great, but this is, I'm guessing, I don't even know, like $5 probably for this much. And then the bigger ones are like 10, but it's a bunch more. You can make your own. And normally when people are like, make your own this, or make your own wash or this, and that. Yeah, you can make your own washes, and that's fine. You can make your own speed points, and that's fine. There's videos on that. But those take a little bit of trial and error and a little bit trickier and a few more things to make them with. To make acrylic thinning medium for miniatures is super easy, and I highly recommend it because it's cost effective, because this is $5 and these ones don't cost $5 to make. So this is basically, these bottles are like 17 milliliters, right? The basic Vallejo and everybody else's normal paint sizes. This is a 15 millimeter bottle. This is a 30 millimeter bottle. You can get these on Amazon for $20. You can get a bajillion of either of these. They even have ones with black tops, so a little fancier and more professional. But basically all this stuff is, or all the stuff that I mix is, that works very well. Because we use this, basically I was mixing up bottles myself at home I was curious to try it out, because I had some of the stuff to make it with at home already. And then also now, because we have at our store, we have on Friday and Saturday nights, and sometimes during the weekdays, we have paint classes and paint nights. Basically, it's a 3-hour thing where people buy a ticket, and they, the first half hour is teaching them how to use paints and do highlights and base coats and all that stuff. And then the second 2.5 hours of class is just them painting, and they get miniatures and 3 miniatures of the class. But thinning paints is always so hard, because on YouTube videos, you always hear, well, I don't want to say what the actual ratios are, or you either get this, you get skim milk, or I don't want to say what the actual ratios, because the ratios vary. Dude, just stop. The ratios for thinning paint, honestly, when we teach in our classes, and we use Vallejo, Army Painter, Pro Acrylic, Scale 75, whatever new paints that I try out for this channel or at home in general. Once I'm done trying them out and making a video or or just test them out, I bring them to the store. We have Reaper. Some paints are runnier than others. The current Reaper paints are a little bit runnier. I'm guessing the new Reaper paints are rebooting later this year are going to be a little bit thicker, like the other ones, because Vallejo and the other one's a little bit thicker. Pro Acryl's a little thicker. But long story short, when you're thinning your paints at a beginner level to get base coats and even up to layering, it's about 1 drop of paint to 1 drop of water or 1 drop of medium, and that's it. And if anyone tells you differently, yes, your mileage may vary. Some paints come out runnier. Sometimes you'll get a brown. I get brown, like leather browns from different companies. No matter how much you shake and agitate and put in the thing, it's always that kind of it almost feels like it's runny, but it's like Prel shampoo. It's almost like shampoo consistency, but runnier, but not. And when it's thick, it still doesn't go on with good coverage. When it's thin, it doesn't go on with good coverage. And it kind of is glossier than it should be. But there's just my experience has been with certain browns. That has been certain browns for me, okay? But with most paints, 1 drop to 1 drop. And if you're like, well, 1 drop's too much, it thins as much, great. Put another drop or half a drop of the paint on it and thicken it back up. But I'm just saying, it's very frustrating to for when you're a newer painter and you're like, what does that mean? It's about a drop of this or a drop of water for every drop of paint. And honestly, you don't use a pipette or anything. You eyeball it. You're either going in and taking a drop of water off your brush, or the back end of your brush, or the edge of a dropper bottle, or whatever you're doing with your life, or with these. But these make it very easy, because basically you mix this goop up. It's way cheaper to make, and then you can put it in one by one. And the reason I was mixing up in the first place, because I got a bunch of these bottles. We have a bunch of these bottles. We sell kits for transferring paints from dropper bottles, or from paint pots and the dropper bottles, and these have mixing balls in them too. I've been making these for our students and for our regulars. Our regulars that come in a lot and they start progressing, and they really are doing layering and starting to do glazes and filtering and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, why don't you try this instead of water? It'll make your paint it'll make paints that don't thin as well go a little bit farther, a little bit faster, or go a little bit farther without breaking, and it goes on a little bit smoother, and you get a little bit smoother of them. I feel like, especially for space brands, because I have airbrushes, I can base coat space rims and airbrush in 10 seconds. But because when we teach classes, I have to in person, show people how to base coat, space marines in class with the brush. And I don't want to be, well, I'm going to use an airbrush, and this over water on base coats for things like space marines, we want to go on smooth and even and 2 thin coats. This is money. So how do you make it? Super duper easy. It's basically 50%, 50%, and a drop. And this is what it is. 50%, Distilled water, you can use regular water, but I wouldn't, because distilled water has like any type of microbes or whatever, which might be coming out of your sink. I live here in California, in Southern California. I think our water's pretty chlorinated and fluoridated and whatever. Like, so I don't think microbes and stuff are going to grow out, because I've used it. I put it in paints before, like paint pots, and I've transferred them, to dropper bottles, and nothing. Some of those paints are, 6 years old. Nothing apparently has happened. But it's this stuff. I mean, Southern California groceries are pretty expensive right now, so this stuff's like $4 or $5. But normally, if you live somewhere normal in the world, you could probably get a jug of distilled water for $2 or $3, maybe less. And this is how much I've used this for my paint cups. I've used this for these things and other things. It lasts a pretty long time. So you get that. And then all you need to get is matte fluid acrylic medium. Like, this is basic. This is Liquitex Basics acrylic matte fluid medium. This is, 8.4 fluid ounces. It's a bunch. So if this is like, I forget what 17 ml or 30 or 15 or 30 ml is, but like, this much plus this much water makes a bajillion of these. So it's fill up into, you can eyeball it too. It's not an exact science, or you can like measure out, well, this is 15 mils, 7.5 mils in milliliters and 7.5, or 15 milliliters of water and 50 milliliters of this. But like, basically I usually eyeball it. Don't tell anybody. Water this, half water that. And then I put 1 drop of, if that, of the acrylic medium flow improver. This is a Liquitex flow improver. It's just a drop, just a tiny drop. If you don't have this, you can put like, on something this size, I literally would put like a half a drop of just dish soap, just like whatever Dawn, Palmolive, whatever you have, half a drop of dish soap. And what I mean by half a drop is probably like, just dip the tip of your brush, or get some, like the handle of your brush, like dip it in some dish soap and just like do the rim and then put it on and shake it up. And then for this, you could probably, same kind of thing. It doesn't, a whole drop of dish soap for something this big probably is too much, probably overkill. But again, 1 drop of flow improver, if that's it. And that's it. And I've been, like I said, I mix these up for friends. I give them out because it's, so big. This will last forever. But the reason I did the Liquitex Basics, I've tried the fancier, like the pro level. This is Liquitex Professional, and this is the ultra matte. You want to use matte so it's not shiny, because most miniature painters prefer their paints to be more on the matte side than the glossy side, or satin's okay, I guess. But yeah, you just get matte medium. This is the regular basic, and this is the fancier one. So this one, dude, I forget. This might be $8, and it will last for. It'll make so many more bottles of this. This one is I'm guessing twice the size. This is twice the size. It's a little less than double of this, and this is the fancier one. This is the professional level of ultra matte. Honestly, dude, I've been using both of these for weeks and weeks and months now. I bought this one to try because it was smaller and I didn't want to waste a lot of money. I'm like, oh, we're good. I bought this one bigger, so I'm like, oh, ultra matte's gonna be better. They both, regular matte and professional ultra matte, work about the same, dude. Maybe if you find a difference, may the gods bless you. But yeah, that's it. You get this, and this, and like I said, you can get this. You can even mix regular water if your water's not. It seems like it mixes well at home, but I would say get half distilled water, half the basic ultra matte or ultra matte acrylic medium Liquitex. There's other brands. Any art store or Michaels or Hobby Lobby or whatever has this. Whatever brand you want to use. It's not. As far as I can tell, I've mixed it with other ones we've had around the house from, what's the other art store brand, the cheaper brand, and then the fancy, dude, it's water and acrylic medium and a drop of flow improver, and it works pretty good. But yeah, that's how you make that. It's super easy. There's other videos on doing it. The first time I came across this was, I believe on Midwinter Mini's channel. He has probably a more concise and less, blathering description with better footage of his, but I've seen a lot of other channels mention it. So I've actually been using this and giving this out to friends and customers in my store. So I thought I would show you how to make it real quick. I'll put links for these things, and this thing in the description. There'll be affiliate links for Amazon, but you can, like I said, you can get them at any local art store, or you probably already have some of this stuff, so if you have it, whatever, you don't have to buy the special bottles. Just when your bottle of this or big one runs out, don't go out and instead of spending $5, spend, $8 and spend $12, and you have enough to make. You can thin the world. You can thin probably the oceans and the seas and every lake that's ever existed with just those mere items. So, yeah, that's it. Please be sure to like and subscribe, because you have to, or else I'll be so sad inside. I'll just all night I'll be staring at the ceiling and go, why wouldn't that person just click? No, I won't get it, man. But yeah, like and subscribe. And you can check out our podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all the places. Links are in the description. Thank you very much. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.